anyways, seems like both players
Oh,
are in, and we are
countdown, baby.
Counter.
Countdown.
We're starting in 5 seconds, chat. Look at the middle square. I'm telling you.
Is it Moog? Oh, it's Moog, baby! Let's go! Oh, that's exciting. Oh, that's exciting.
We went to the middle. Let's see what else do we. What do we have? What do we have? Do we have a crafted sign?
I don't care anymore. We have Moog. That's all I care. We have double Moog, by the way. Sewer and actual Moog. And the center square, though, actual Moog. That's insane. 2 Black Knife Assassins. We have more guys. This is a very late game we have here going. Sewer, Valiant Gargoyles. We have a lot of late stuff. I like this. Moog Shackle. Yeah. Great Rune, Radon. There's a lot going on here for late game stuff.
We have Killer Boss on Torrent the whole fight. We do have Explosive Physic again, which are quite the fast ones, but there's no like Kill 3 Sentinel, Kill a Gil, something like that. This is mid-gamers again, chat. And I think my prediction today, this is going to be a 2-hour race, chat. This is going to be a 2-hour race.
Yeah, probably, to be honest. One of the rushable ones is definitely Kill a Boss on Torrent, which you can do, honestly, with Tib and Mariner. You could do this with a Gil. Very easy to get this pretty quickly, I would say. Also, finish the boss with Explosive Physic. We've seen that being done very fast. Just go straight to Lyria, kill the Earth Tree, then go for the Beastman from Azula, and just explode yourself real quick in that room. So there's a couple, like, rushable squares in this case. But overall, this is a mid to late game board, and honestly, I love it. Honestly, I love it. We get to see Morgoth. We get to see Moog, potentially. Moog Sewers, Moog Shackle, Valiant Gargoyles. We're seeing a lot of fights that we haven't seen a lot throughout this whole season so far. So I think it's going to be very interesting. Also, we'll have a Hitless Remembrance, which most likely Gino's going to be grabbing that as he's, the Hitless God Incarnate. But hey, you never know. Chris has been doing a lot of, or he used to do a lot of Hitless speedrunning. So he's definitely got some Hitless under his belt as well.
Dude, yeah, we have both Moogs. We have Restore Great Runes. 3, actually.
Oh, I gotta change the colors. Hold on. Gino's purple.
Actually, I have 3. Kill Morgoth. A lot of late stuff, guys. A lot of late stuff. I'm curious for what weapons they're gonna go for. Seems like I don't know if I just missed it, but it seems like Chris has just skipped Kale, maybe?
Yeah, it's one of the newer strats is like skipping the Grace so that you have a faster time getting to Torrent. Because those few seconds do matter.
So eventually you come back to Kale from the first step, Grace?
Yep, you could definitely do that. You can definitely do that. I hope that Chris got a good night's sleep, because I know he mentioned that he hates waking up early for these matches. So, hopefully he got enough sleep to pull off a bunch of nice moves on this bingo board.
But it didn't help much. Like, Gino's right there. There's like 3 seconds.
Yeah, it still makes a difference. We've seen squares that get really, really close. It still makes a difference.
So what's the fastest boss to kill on Torrent?
Looks like Chris is going straight for a Gil here on Torrent, which is definitely one of the faster or closer ones, I would say. But yeah, he's definitely going for a Torrent here. And it looks like that Gino might do it as well, but he's going to go straight through the Gatefront runes rather than going through first step. Or Chris is going straight to Bloodhound. I don't think he's actually going for a Gil.
Yeah. Seems like Gino's doing the same, or it looks like it's the same path to kind of Weeping. I don't know if there's anything in between to pick up here.
I'm not sure. This is very, very interesting. It looks like Gino's making his way towards Knights Cavalry, actually. Not sure he's going to be fighting Knights Cavalry on horseback, because honestly, it is very miserable doing that on horseback. Gino's going for Pumpkinhead on horseback with Sullen.
Oh, wait, you can do that in there, right?
Yep, yeah, you can definitely do that in there. And I think that's exactly what Gino's going for. He's going straight to the Sullen boss here, going to be doing Pumpkinhead on horseback. I think that's his plan.
Yeah, so it's really weird. Like, usually, guys, you shouldn't be able to hop on Torrent within these little rooms, dungeons, and whatsoever, but I don't know if it's in, is it in other places possible too, like this one?
Yeah, so the Royal Revenant as well, you can do that on horseback if you wanted to. Any of the dungeons like this, you can also do them on horseback.
Dude, for a whole fucking second, I thought he's doing it hitless.
There we go. There we go. That was a very fast kill. Very fast kill.
I think it's a really, really good trade though, because Chris is here very close to a Bloodhound Fang. I don't know if he's actually gonna go for it. Seems like he's killing a lot of enemies and picking up runes. We do have a lot of boss fights on the board, especially late game bosses or mid-late game bosses. And where is he going at? What is this place?
Looks like that they're both actually doing the same play here, by the way, which is going for glintstone staves. That's the road to column 5, 6 glintstone staves. Chris already picked those up, so Chris is kind of preemptively already going for the glintstones. Kills the Pumpkinhead here. Already grabbed the, I think, Queen not the Queen, Demi-Human Queen staff one as well. That'd be 2 staves already in your pocket, which is really, really nice. The question is, why are they... Oh, Killer Remembrance Boss Sorcery only. So this is going to be actually Chris trying to get the Carrion Slicer, possibly hitless Godric. That would be very interesting play, actually.
Hitless Godric with Sorcery, yeah. Maybe.
I think that's the play here.
It would be a good play for sure. He would be... Where's the hitless? Oh, it would be as well both in column 4, right?
Yep. These 2 right here.
Which then immediately puts pressure on Gino. I thought he's going for Bloodhound Fang, but it doesn't seem like. And Gino, this I think has the same play here.
Yep.
Wants to do the same play by going for the Carrion Slicer.
Currently, Chris being ahead by at least 60 seconds. However, did give up the Pumpkinhead Torrent Square for that. But this might be worth it for him in this case.
Yeah. I like how we can already see that both analyze this board and think the same, like what's the fastest.
Yeah.
And I bet Chris would have went for Torrent on Pumpkinhead too if Gino would have not gotten it so fast, right? But I bet Gino now wants to go for Margaret and Godric too.
Yeah, I think they're both rushing exactly for the sorcery-only Remembrance and also hitless Remembrance squares. The interesting is, like, what are they going to do after that? Once one of them gets claimed, are they going to go straight for the Explosive Physic right afterwards? Are they going to finish Glintstone Staves? Are they going to go for Imbued Sword Keys? They have a couple different options to go after the Remembrance squares, so that'll be very interesting to watch as well. Also, we do have Remembrance Boss with Remembrance Weapon again on the board. That's going to be very interesting to see as well as like what choices they're going to go for. Possibly the Godric Fist again, if not the Godric Axe.
Yeah, we do have another lot of like, I mean, we do have Restore Radan's Great Rune, right? Or Rykard's Great Rune. I mean, I don't think anyone will go for Rykard with a Remembrance Weapon, but maybe potentially on Radan instead of Renala this time.
Potentially, and as you can see, though, Chris is making really short work off of Margaret already. Already got some staggers in, got a riposte in as well. Gets another stagger off at this point in time. Gets some unsheaths into a riposte, potentially. Does get the bleed instead. Very, very nice. Gino goes for some parries here as well. Gets that very nicely. Goes for some R1s rather than actually going for the riposte to get some more bleed build-up going. And Chris is already making his way over to Stormvale Castle Gate.
Yeah, but like we can see on Gino's board, oh yeah, you guys can see that, but Gino marked on his screen actually the sorcery, kill boss with the sorcery and hitless, so he's definitely going for that. And Chris is ahead right now. Chris is ahead. Gino can catch up if Chris does a tiny mistake on the way maybe to Godric or on Godric itself, but we will see.
There we go. There's that Margaret fight for Gino now as well. Going to make his way over to the castle gate. The question is now, Chris is going to take the Melina to round table hold. The question is, Gino could technically say no to Melina and rush straight to Godric and not go to round table and just save himself some time instead.
Chris is not going. He said no to her.
He said no, so he's doing the play.
He rejected her.
Yeah, he rejected. Giga Chad rejection?
Wow. I've never seen that before.
Making his way downtown.
Melina. our maiden.
Let's see if Gino does the same thing, because Gino, if he does go to the round hole table, he is going to lose a lot more time. He is also saying no.
Ah!
Currently, Chris still being ahead, though, hasn't actually memorized the Carrion Slicer spell just yet. But both of them saying no to the maiden and yes to Godric.
Could you do that? Could you say no?
No. I always say yes.
Same.
Roderico, my beloved.
Melina! Yes, I take your hand. All right. Chris is doing this here really, really, really nice. Zooming through these birds.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Chris almost already at the beginning of Godric fight here, while Gino's still making his way through the courtyard at the moment. Hopefully they both get there at the same time, and we see a nice little 1v1 basically on who gets this first. The interesting thing is that both of them are using the glintstone staff. I believe that's the one that they have currently, which is one of the worst scaling staves in the game. If you go for the Demi-Human Queen one, it would have been a little bit better, since the one that they're currently using is 112 sorcery scaling, while the Demi-Human Queen one would be 120, which does make a difference. But we'll see here. Okay. Chris going into Godric already right now. And Gino already has Carrion Slicer equipped, so he can just run straight into the arena right away without having to sit down at the Grace if he really wanted to save some time here, which he's still going to grab the Grace. Okay.
Oh, it's about hitless. If he gets hit, he can't get it anymore unless he does a quit out. That was really close here with the win. You need to be careful about that.
Yep, so Chris currently is ahead on this Carrion Slicer, trying to go hitless attempt here. And we have Gino going in now as well. This is already insanely close. He's got to be careful of that wind attack. That wind attack definitely can catch you off guard if you're not prepared for it. Does get a nice little strafe off yet again. Chris getting a bunch of hits in. Has 5 more blue flasks, by the way, so he should have enough mana to actually deal with this fight. Gino going in. And Gino actually full armor rather than going for light load rolls. Very interesting. Sticking with the samurai armor for some reason. Maybe just in case he gets hit. I'm not too sure. Chris currently in the lead. Almost 1/3 of the health gone of Godric at this point in time. Does use a blue flask to heal up some mana. Yeah, this is just overall very close.
This could really come down also to RNG of Godric's attacks.
To a degree.
Seems like Chris is going into second phase here.
Yep. Good old second phase Godric. A little bit of a A little bit of blue flask here. A little bit of blue juice for Gino here, while Chris already is in phase 2. Get some free hits in. I think Chris at the very least is going to get sorcery for Remembrance, but he might still get hit. We don't know at this point in time. Right now it's looking really good for Chris, though. That is one of the worst attacks to dodge. Nice rolls by Chris, though. Does get the dodges off that he needs. Now it comes to the RNG that they're going to get here from Godric phase 2. That's a really bad RNG for Chris here. Godric is stalling.
Gino's about to catch up. He got the stagger here. Almost reaching the HP bar.
Oh my lord,
from
this is
Chris
way
here.
too close. And they have to wait for the dialogue. That's the other thing. They have to wait for the dialogue.
So it really comes down to who kills us here first. This is about RNG. Chris gets another 3 Carrion Slices on him.
My hands are sweating. Nice strafe by Chris yet again.
One more.
Oh, Chris got it. Chris got it. Chris got it.
Sorcery only hitless from Chris.
Sorcery and hitless. This is huge. Gino's still in the fight.
And now Gino will see it. I want to see his face.
Oh yeah, good heavens.
No!
There it is. There it is. Oh my god. Dude, what a great start to this match. Oh my lord.
So close.
Oh my lord.
That was about, what, not even 10 seconds.
Yeah. 10, 15 seconds.
Wow. Okay, now it comes down to, all right. I lost a lot of time here on Godric, right? But, hey, maybe I'm going to use Godric for Remembrance only now.
Yeah.
To be a little bit quicker later. Something like that. We will see.
Looks like that Gino's going to be rushing to restore the Godric Great Rune here, while Chris is not going to go ahead and do that. Actually going straight to Liurnia instead. Excuse me. There is a Restore Godric Great Rune in row 2 here that will help out, actually, Gino's line if he does try and force row 2 here with the staves that he's been collecting as well.
That is true. That is true. It does cost a lot of time, though, to get there. Yeah, that's it. Costs a lot of time.
It costs a lot of time here, and yeah, it costs a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
that's funny.
that end, right?
No, you good.
That end. Gets a square, but that's it. That's about it, chat.
I think Chris is allowing Gino, by the way, to get the Godric Restore Great Rune because it's going to cost a lot of time. You have to run all the way across past the golems. You have to get up the tower, which is like another 40 seconds to get all the way up there. That's a lot of time that Gino's sinking into, getting one more square in row 2, where Chris can just go ahead and collect the staves instead, and that way he still blocks row 2 while being ahead with the map as well.
I don't think it's right now the best. I don't know if Gino thinks. Gino thinks that Chris now goes for that, because that might seem the most obvious to block row 2, but it's not the fastest, because how many staves does Chris has now? 2?
He bought this one from the shop, I believe, so he's got 2. Yes.
Yeah.
And he just bought some smithing stones as well to possibly upgrade the Uchi later on. That should help him out as well. You can grab a 3rd stave here right across the lake. There's going to be a tower that's broken down next to a mage. There is a chest. You can get the Academy Glintstone stave, I believe is what it is. You could get 3 here. He already has 3?
He has 3, chat?
Oh, he killed Tops. Right, or Toph, or however the hell you say his name.
Yeah.
So this would be his 4th, technically, if he goes across the lake to grab the other stave. That's definitely or staff. That should definitely be an option here for Chris. But he might actually go straight to the Academy instead and go for Red Wolf, because that is going for the imbued sword keys potentially.
Imbued sword keys, maybe. Also, he gets access to Volcano Manor, which brings him maybe to Altus, which brings him to Radahn.
And here we go. Gino activating the Godric Great Rune does go ahead and mark that square on the board. That tells Chris, though, too, yo, Gino just wasted, not necessarily wasted, but used about 2 to 3 minutes of his time to go and claim this square. I'm currently ahead in Liurnia, because this also tells me, oh, he killed Godric, which means I beat him to Godric because he restored the Great Rune. So that tells him he was in the same fight with me, and now he wasted his time going to that tower while I'm in Liurnia. So that's going to see. It's going to be very interesting from Chris now to see what is he going to do with that time sink that Gino had.
Am I pixelated? Yeah, I have bad internet.
Yeah, today's Chris Zoodle has bad Zoodle has bad internet today, but it should hopefully fix itself soon. It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, Chad.
All right, and Chris making his way over to the Erdtree Avatar, by the way, for that explosive physic tier. That's going to be very interesting. And Gino just making his way into Liurnia. I wonder if Gino's going to be rushing the Glintstone staves, or if he's going to go for something else.
I mean, maybe do this.
What the? That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's better.
I'm back. Hello.
Here we go. Chris fighting the Erdtree Avatar here in Liurnia Lakes. Gino making his way to the merchant as well that Chris just was at, and possibly buy the Glintstone staff as well that is there. And also some smithing stones maybe.
I mean, that would be now dangerous for Chris if Gino actually rushes that now. Going for the 6 different Glintstone staffs. Because then there is only Grail left, which takes forever.
Chris almost dying to
Huh?
Yeah.
That'll
be it'll be interesting to see if they actually rush that. It looks like that Gino is actually going for that one tower that I was mentioning that has a Glintstone staff at the top. I think he might be going for that, or he's taking the teleporter straight to Laskia Ruins. I'm not sure. He's going for
Nice.
the talisman here. Is he going full intelligence?
That would be interesting.
That would be
cool.
very interesting. Why is he grabbing the 2-finger heirloom? I think he's going full intelligence. Well, he's going full carry and slicer.
Is the hail
Is
rule
it?
not
Oh, it's
for
faith? Oh, it's not intelligence? Never mind then.
Yeah, it's faith.
I thought it was intelligence for some reason because it's in Liurnia, so I thought it was a intelligence talisman.
Everything in Leonia's intelligence, guys.
Yeah, why not? You have the intelligence tier next to EG.
Yep. Nice play here from Chris. Is not dealing enough damage. I think it's 0, right? Plus 0. But he's doing that really clean. Really clean.
Yeah, this is a really good fight overall, and we can start to see like how the beginning it was very funneled with the squares on like what their choices are, and now they're going to start to separate on their strategies and routing, and we'll see exactly what they prioritize and what they think is our better and faster squares to go for here. Chris getting that explosive tier, rushing straight to the Beast of Rumazula because he doesn't have the Grace actually for Kale, so he might have to go somewhere else instead. And Gino making his way straight towards EG, what it looks like. Chris maybe going actually for the Demi-Human Queen instead. By the way, that could also be an option here. Getting the extra Glintstone Staff and then use the Explosive Physic, although that is not a boss, so that would not count. Yeah.
I think a good play would be would be not. I was thinking about the Red Wolf maybe, but this dog is jumping around like crazy. I don't think it would be too good.
Yep, Gino making his way over to EG here, by the way. And Chris making his way over to a Geel, by chance?
A Geel?
I don't know. He's going this way. Or he's going straight to Celia. Oh, he's going to Celia Tunnel. Maybe he's actually forcing the imbued sword keys instead. Also, Kayla does have a lot of glintstone staves, by the way, because Celia Town not only has an imbued sword key, but it has the Staff of Loss, and right next to that is the staff, the meteorite staff. So he's getting 2 meteorite staves, and also imbued sword key on top of that. So he's working towards those 2 squares on the top right.
Absolute pork plays.
Hopefully it doesn't die to the rats, though. A little bit of rat jam going on here. And Gino making his way possibly to Bloodhound, but also Queen America? Or he's going straight to... Not Queen America, sorry. He's going for Bloodhound. Interesting. Just like a secondary weapon, potentially.
So why did he pick up the Faith thing?
Possibly for Godric's Fist weapon, because you need Faith to wield it.
Oh.
Very nice strafes by Gino here, going for the Bloodhound Knight. Doesn't get the riposte. I swear the riposte window on the Bloodhound Knight is really weird. It's really awkward. I don't know. I've missed it quite a few times myself.
You think it's like so short that if you're not standing close to it, you're not getting it, or?
It's not that it's so short the window. It's like where you're standing to get the riposte. It's really weird. I don't know exactly like how to stand sometimes, and like you just miss it. But yeah, Gino getting the Bloodhound Fang here as one of his weapons, which is going to be really useful later on into the bingo run. Especially with such a late game bingo board, the Bloodhound Fang is definitely going to be very useful for, Moog, Valiant Gargoyles, all those late game bosses. That's definitely going to be a really nice weapon to help him out with that. And as we said, Chris going to be in Celia Town here, grabbing the imbued sword key, possibly also the Staff of Loss and also the meteorite staff. Maybe going for Nox Duo on top of that, grabbing Lusat's staff, because that's 3 staves in just Kaled. That could be really useful here for him. That would be 6 staves that he needs in Kaled by himself. And then also the imbued sword key.
Oh, now he get it. All right, Chad. Yeah, he got the Faith for the Royal Revenant kill. For the heal. Oh, didn't see that up there. As well as Smithing Stone plus 12 weapon, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he could just go ahead and do that later when he gets to Altus, to be honest. Use the bell bearings.
Yeah, definitely. I was always thinking, like, if it would be a smart play, depending on the bingo board, to kill that NPC in Castle Morn to get the spear plus 7.
Oh, the spinning strikes halberd? Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a halberd, sorry, because it's already plus 7. So you're just missing, like, 5 levels, right?
I think it's actually plus 8.
No, it's 7.
Is it 7?
Yeah, it should be 7.
Okay. Because I know Patches is
8?
+7.
Oh, Patches is spear 7, right?
Patches is spear 7. I think the halberd's 8.
And I mixed them. Yeah, and halberd is 8. Yeah.
I know, Mike. No, it's all good. Looks like okay. So yeah, we had Chris pick up 2 more staves. By the way, he needs 1 more to get these 6 staves to block row 2. This would be really, really good for Chris here. And Gino going potentially to get the physic. Grabbing a somber 1 here from the scarab that's right up here. Nope, never mind. Just right past it.
Rapier +8 from Rogier. Interesting. Here, nice skippy schmippy into weeping.
And here we go. Chris picking up the 6th staff, by the way, by killing the demi-human queen that's here. That's going to be his 6th one to claim that square and then maybe go for imbued sword keys afterwards. Either way, he's doing a lot of damage, as we can see already. Trying to circle around to make sure that he gets that stagger on the queen. And there we go. There's the kill. That's his 6th staff. Demi-human queen staff. 6 staves for Chris. And now Gino sees that.
For row 2.
Yeah, blocking row 2 is going to be really, really nice. Gino now going for the physic. Chris making his way farther into weeping.
Makes sense for the... What was it? Do we not have the 2... No, we have 4 sacred seals?
Why is he going here?
I thought we have the scar seals as well, but we don't.
Why is he grabbing? I don't understand.
Is there a black knife assassin here? No.
No, there's a cemetery shade here.
I maybe just wanted access to weeping for some reason. Maybe there is something.
Potentially. I mean, he might just come back. I think that's why he grabbed the grace. He doesn't want to fight the Erdtree Avatar now because there is acquire 10 Physic Flask tiers. So I think he grabbed that grace for later when he has to rush for Physic Flask tiers later on.
And obviously has more damage then.
Yeah, so he can just melt through that fight if he needs to. Chris making his way over to Bernal now at this point in time, possibly going for Alexander here. And Gino currently in Liurnia going for the Queen Revenant fight. Or Royal Revenant, I should say.
There you go. Dude, when I did that for the very first time, when someone told me use heal, and I was like, what? And I killed that guy with heal, I was stunned.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like God.
There we go. Gino claiming the Royal Revenant square.
And we're 27 minutes in, guys. 1/4 is basically done already.
The interesting thing is that Gino is using a lot of squares that give Chris a lot of information because this is telling Chris, oh, he's in Liurnia Lakes right now. He already has the grace for EG. So he has some spots that maybe Chris hasn't gotten to yet. And Chris has, 6 staves. God knows where that is. Where did you finish the 6 staves? Were you at the Demi-Human Queen when you finished that? Were you in Caelid? You don't really know. These are like the interesting things between, these recon squares where they tell you exactly what location you're at, and these other ones where it's kind of ominous as to where you finished that square.
Yeah, it's really, really hard, I would say. I'd like to have that in mind too. I don't know if it's actually a strat to work like that, but it's definitely helpful. Because I'll be honest, like with doing my own task, maybe answering squares from the opponent and everything, I wouldn't have time to think like, I'm not doing that square, or I'm doing that square to show where I am or where I'm not. I am. It's tough.
And it looks like that Gino's going to be deciding to go for Fort Height, by the way. Going to get the first half of the deck this year while Chris is grabbing the Physic tier. And also grab the Sleep Pot strat, by the way. There is the Rykard and discard Serpent Hunter square that we had yesterday as well. So he might be going for Noble here right after getting the Physic Flask.
We still have the Memory of Grace with 50k runes, which is pretty, rushable, I could say. But for now, not really important.
Looks like Chris is actually going to go ahead to go for the Bloodhound Fang weapon, by the way, by using also the Explosive Physic on top of that. So he's going to be grabbing that Explosive Physic square to block off column 1, row 3, but also get himself a really nice weapon to use for later.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good play by Chris. Getting that strong weapon, especially for all of these big bosses we have on board. And as well, grabbing the square with the Explosive Physic. I mean, Gino didn't even went for the Avatar, or the Archery Avatar, but...
Yep.
Gino will know then that Chris got that. Or spend his time there at least.
Yep, at the very least, yep. Chris should be able to use the physics now. Does get the stagger, which is really, really nice. Has to be careful here. Does get the boss at the very least. Does die himself, but does get the boss at the same time. And finishes the boss with the Explosive Physic and gets the Bloodhound Fang on top of that. Really, really nice here.
And lost 28,000 runes.
Nah, they're just going to lay there.
Yeah, he's just going to... Is there a... It seems like there's a statue anyways.
Yeah, let's just take America. You can just run up there real quick and grab it if he needs to. What?
Damn. Huh?
Wait, what? Wait, how does he die twice?
Oh, no. Yeah, no. He got ported out of the Ever Jail and now died.
So he loses 28,000 then?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just brutal.
But he got the grace. No. He didn't die.
He didn't die twice. He just died once.
He didn't die twice. No.
Okay, he didn't fully die in the jail, right? He didn't fully die. He just somewhat died.
Yeah.
Got put out and then fully died. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. And we have Gino here currently in Kaled. Pretty close to Godskin Apostle. He might be trying to rush Godskin Apostle with some sleep pots if he wanted to. That's definitely an option. A little bit risky, but I mean, hey, definitely a possibility.
So why is Chris doing this dungeon now? Is it for the Sacred Seals?
I believe this is... Where exactly are we right now?
Is this the Cemetery Shade one from Weeping?
This is the... I believe this is the Cemetery Shade one, yeah. I'm not 100% though, I'll be honest. I believe so, though.
I
wonder why.
Physic Flask tier? No.
No. Just gotta go to his right. There you go. And Gino making his way over to Grail right now. It says Grail without status effects, by the way. But there is also the Godskin Apostle Grail square combination that we had with Josh, where Josh went for the Godskin Apostle and Altus actually got the Godskin Peeler and then used the Ash of War on that Godskin Peeler to kill Grail with that, which was an amazing play. That's something that they could definitely pull off again later on in this match if they wanted to or remembered about that strat. Yeah, Chris going for the cemetery shit. I wonder. Chris's face. He's like, "Yo, that cemetery shit is way stronger than I remember."
Did that patch 1.9? Hello?
Oh yeah, no, dude. Cemetery shades have always been brutal. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like people really underestimate sometimes how strong they are because the bleed buildup is insane.
But why is he here?
I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't look like he's going to finish it. Here? He's leaving.
Do you? Oh, no. Now he's leaving. What? Did he thought there's an assassin? Death Root?
I don't know. Maybe he wanted a Death Root.
Seal.
He should just go for the Black Knife Assassin in Limgrave then, because that's a Black Knife Assassin and a Death Root on top of that. But yeah, whatever. Full deck this now for Gino at this point in time. Maybe goes for Radigan Sword Seal. He doesn't go for Radigan Sword Seal and starts to pour it out here. Going to EG. Oh, nope. Going to Academy Key.
Yep. Nope. Okay.
He thought there was an assassin. What a time waste. Currently 3-4 though still for Chris. Gets some unsheaths off on this Tree Avatar. Gets the riposte. And Gino making his way over to get the Academy Key now.
Good roll.
Oh, does get hit. Luckily, doesn't get one shot. That was very dangerous.
Nice kukri throw to keep up the
poise.
posture damage.
Nice roll. Nice roll. Gets another stagger here on the Erdtree Avatar. Should get one more Unsheath into a Repose. Should take care of it. Or just go for another Unsheath instead. Has 5 Physic Tears now, I believe. So there is definitely that. It has to block column 2, 3, and row 1 at the very least to kind of get rid of Gino's progress so far.
Yep.
And Gino going straight into Raya Lucaria. Looks like that he might be going for the imbued sword keys here.
As well as maybe a Remembrance boss fight. I don't know. I think it might be a waste on Renata.
Oh, Chris, Memory of Grace, 50k.
Oh, GG.
Good heavens. Okay, he really wanted that. They definitely have to play around that Moog Lord of Blood center square quite a lot. And Gino making his way actually over to Altus potentially here with the full Dectus here, rather than going into Raya Lucaria. Chris picking up the Strength tier Physic. That's going to be 6 tiers for him at this point in time. Maybe going straight to 4 height now, grabbing the Stamina and the other tier that is at that tree. That would be 8 tiers then for Chris at this point in time, and also getting half the Dectus on top of that.
Yeah. It would be actually a really good play to go for Altus to get the Somber. The Smithing Stone Bell Bearing for the +12. Maybe actually the Godskin Apostle into Grail. As well as just having Altus open.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually if Gino goes to grab the second Bell Bearing. There we go, 2 more tiers for Chris now.
And 7 now, right?
That's 8.
8, okay.
Yes. He just needs to kill 1 more Erdtree Avatar for 2 more tiers, and that should be 10 Physic Flask tiers for him. But it's going to be grabbing the first half of the Dectus, I believe, here as well to make it easier for him to get to Altus. And Gino already almost on his way to Altus. I wonder what else he could grab in Altus while he is there, though. There is the Tree Sentinel duo, but I don't think he would do it this early into the game at this point in time. But he could go for Godskin Apostle if he really wanted to and do that whole Grail play. That is definitely a possibility at this point in time with Gino going into Altus, grabbing the Godskin Apostle in the Windmill Village, and then go straight to Grail and do the Black Flame Ash of War.
Yeah.
Definite possibility.
Also going for Radahn, restoring the Great Rune.
Potentially,
later.
Yeah.
Just to block column 4 here.
The one thing that is really tough for Gino is all the lines that he currently has access to have one square that really is a huge time sink. So row 1, you have Margit and Moog Shackle. Column 2, you have Moog Sewers and Tree Sentinel Duo. Column 3, you have Moog, Lord of Blood. So all of the optional bingos that he currently has all have really crappy squares in them that he can't rush necessarily a bingo line right away.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense now to go for majority already.
Yeah.
Making sure to block all the lines from Chris and get as fast as many squares as possible. Potentially blocking at the same time Chris bingos.
Looks like that Gino is going to go for Fort Gale and grabbing the teleporter straight to the Radahn Bridge. Which honestly, I keep forgetting that there's a teleporter here, if I'm being honest.
I feel like the better play would be now to go for the 2 Black Knife Assassins, just because he blocks with that column 2 and row 5 at the same time, which also doesn't take too long, I would say. He gets the Death Root for 1 Sacred Seal at least. I personally think maybe there would be a better play right now, just because it is faster. Seems like he just got the Grace for the portal for later. Oh no, wait, sorry. I was looking at the wrong screen. I was looking at
I'm surprised that actually no one actually rushed the imbued sword keys, to be honest. It doesn't take super long besides, killing Red Wolf, right? But besides that, it is a pretty easy square to acquire. It is a little bit of a time sink, but it also kind of solidifies more or less the row 1 for Gino but it also could solidify a column 5 for Chris. So for both of them, that's kind of a nice corner piece.
I mean, also, if Chris goes for that, he would block the diagonal. He would get another square in column 5, which puts pressure on Gino maybe going for Rykard or Morgott then. Obviously not Morgott, but rather Rykard, which is a huge time. I mean, okay, we do have Rykard. I mean, no, that would be actually a play, huh? Imagine going for the imbued sword keys and then rushing for Rykard, and then get these 2 squares done. Maybe it takes too long. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just asking questions, chat. I'm just asking questions. Don't worry about it. Mock Shackle, yeah. Oh, and Chris just got the 10 Physic Flask tiers. Gino should see that now. He is actually ahead by 3 squares, 6-3 now for Chris. Puts a lot of pressure on Gino here. Very nice speed from both. We're 41 minutes in, 1 hour 19 minutes left. And I'll be honest, guys. I don't think we're gonna see a mock, unfortunately. Even though it's in the middle, I don't think we're gonna see it. Huh?
We'll see one.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because we already only have 1 hour and 20 minutes left. And there's still so much left to do on the board that just takes long. But it's still faster than Moog.
We'll see Moog. It doesn't matter if it's Sewer Moog or if it's Moog Lord of Blood. We'll see a Moog.
Who wants to see Sewer Moog? I mean, Sewer Moog. Come on. It's like I don't know. You know, it's like I don't know. It's like you want to see Malekith, but you fight Gurranq. Hey.
Sure, I guess. Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever, Zoodle, whatever. No, I know what you mean. I had a couple of people like ping me questions and stuff in the Discord, so I had to just check real quick.
Don't worry.
Oh no, I warned, buddy. Sorry, you were saying Gino?
Gino in a Radahn fight with the Bloodhound Fang, dealing quite some damage. That shows like how good Bloodhound Fang actually is. I mean, look at that. This is +4.
Yeah.
Just melting this boss, dude.
There goes into phase 2. Good old NASA space program for Radahn. Any Radahn arrives? Did you have a Radahn arrive even in the as an emote? I don't think we do.
We have Baboosh.
We do have Baboosh. Baboosh is better than Radahn arrive.
Dude, guys, please. The next Baboosh we're gonna see. I want you guys to spam Baboosh emote as much as you can.
Oh, this is a very clean fight by Gino, though. Very clean fight. Oh, okay. As soon as I say that, no shot.
Gino, if you see this, I distance myself to that curse. I hope for you that you get that first try.
Dude, I swear, man. I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what I've done in my lifetime to acquire this power, but damn, am I happy I have it.
It's a superpower.
It's a superpower. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
That's crazy, man. Actually,
that was
nuts.
quite insane. That was quite insane. That could, like,
one hit away, man.
Like, that's the thing. Like, even if we would say like this whole caster curse thing is just, you know, a theory, this just proved that's not just a theory, it exists.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. He did use the summons this time, though. Hopefully Okina does a little bit more damage. Yeah, Son Josh.
I got you, Josh. I'm gonna take over then. Gino now fighting with some friends against Radahn. And Chris is making his way to Raya Lucaria, potentially killing the Red Wolf for the imbued sword keys, which is a smart play, I would say, because it's a quick square, as you said, Domo. And he is 3 squares ahead right now. Gino lost a lot of time on that Radahn death.
Yeah, that was definitely devastating. Restoring the Great Rune would be useful to blocking column 4 for sure. Then the other thing is going to be really nice is going for either Rykard or Morgod, because most likely Chris is going to be grabbing that imbued sword key square.
That is true. Gets the Beyblade attack. Gets the roll.
I'm not saying anything.
Still alive.
Yo, Alexander going with the last hit. Just spin to win, baby. Spin to win, baby.
Oh my God.
Ooh, pot friend Alexander. Hell yeah.
He was like, yee. Rolled into him.
Oh, man.
That was insane.
Holy moly.
I'm here too. Wow.
And Chris changing over his Physic Flask tiers real quick here as he goes into the Red Wolf fight. He is going to go for the imbued sword keys, I believe. And then maybe go straight for Remembrance with Remembrance Boss? Remembrance Weapon with Remembrance Boss?
Probably, maybe.
Scoot-a-bop-bop, scoot-a-bop-bop.
I wonder if he's gonna go for Rykard afterwards because he has now access to Volcano Manor as well.
Potentially.
Like quick.
Yeah, he has a lot of options now at this point in time. And we do have Gino going straight for Radahn's tower now. Going to go and restore while Chris makes his way towards actually straight to Volcano Manor.
Yeah, if Gino now restores the rune, Chris knows, okay, Gino killed Radahn and spent his time to restore the rune, has access to altars, right? A lot of information for Chris here again.
Hi, Mr. Green. Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Oh, he's going straight for Volcano.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What? Really? Why not imbued sword keys, though? Like,
I don't know. Maybe because restoring Rykard's Great Rune is just a smarter move? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
The other thing that's really nice here for Gino, by the way, is he can go ahead and restore the Radahn's Great Rune to at least block column 4, but also Godskin Apostles in this tower. So he could technically go for Godskin Apostle if he wanted to.
True.
And that would start to activate the diagonal for him, actually.
Do you get the needle from that apostle too?
No, you get the Godslayer Greatsword, though, which also has some black flame damage, but not nearly as much as the Godskin Peeler, I would say. He would have double Moog in the way if he does go for that diagonal, but at the very least, he's activating another line for himself.
That's true, yeah.
So, you know, it's a bit of more of a long play, I would say, to at least get some other squares on the board for yourself, but it's definitely not something you can rush.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, I don't know. I feel like it's... I really want to hear later what his thoughts were, why he was rather choosing to go for restores Radahn's Great Rune instead of the 2 Black Knife Assassins.
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep in mind, though, too, is that Gino, this is the second Great Rune that he's activating, by the way. It takes a lot of time. It's actually kind of crazy. We had Godric's Great Rune activation, restore Radahn's Great Rune activation, restore Rykard's Great Rune activation. Those are 3 towers you have to sit on this elevator and just wait. You know, it's a lot of time sink of just waiting to actually claim that square. So
within
it's...
dead end as well.
And the what?
Dead end. There's like nothing after. Like you get that square and then that's it.
And here we have Chris currently on his Noble. Hopefully he does better this time than he did last time.
I mean, for sure he has some sleep pots this time. Surely there will nothing happen, guys.
Going for some unsheaths here.
See he's using the bubble to secure this kill. Nothing can kill him. It is...
He should have enough damage.
Impossible.
One more unsheath here. Should go for a stagger. Unsheath and ba-boom. I don't think he gets a stagger here. Oh, he does get a bleed. Nice. Okay. I think that's it, right? One more R1 here. One more R1. There we go. GG's to Chris.
Butts. Dude, is restoring Rykard's Great Rune, does that take long? I never restored his Great Rune. I don't even know where it is.
So that's actually kind of useful because the Rykard's Great Rune tunnel is actually where you also get the Smithing Stone Bell Bearing #2. So you can go straight through there, grab the Smithing Stone Bell Bearing #2, and then go and kill the Alabaster Lord at the end of it, and then activate the Rykard's Great Rune. So technically, you can go ahead and do Smithing Stone Weapon plus 12 after restoring the Great Rune. It's actually not that bad.
Seems like Chris is going for the imbued sword keys right now. Very, very nice.
Chris did Mark's kill a Godskin Apostle? Yeah, because it's not a Godskin Apostle. That was a noble. Herpa frickin' der.
Who's gonna get that man? Get out of here!
It's a stun on the mage though. And Gino making his way. I think Gino's going to go for the bell bearing.
Oh, yeah. Seems like it. Why? Why is he going for that now? What's his plan?
I'm not sure exactly. Maybe he's trying to block the diagonal just in case. Maybe he's going for Tree Sentinel Duo. I don't know exactly what Gino's going for at this point in time.
I think Godskin Apostle would be good into Grail. I think that's a good play overall.
Well,
the sword keys.
What he could be doing here is grabbing the bell bearing, grab the grace for Rykard's Great Rune, then go to Volcano Manor, do Rykard, and then port back to that grace, and then go through the tunnel to restore it. And that way he blocks column 5.
No, good work.
Because that way, if he gets the Rykard first, he gets row 4, but then also because he does Rykard with Serpent Hunter plus 0, but then also gets the Rykard Great Rune on top of that. So that's definitely, I think, something that Gino could consider here at this point in time.
Oh, we will see. Maybe he's just gonna kill 3 Sentinel Duo because why not? Apparently not. Why is he going up there? Is the Grace up there?
There's a seal up here. It's the it's not the golden seal. It's the Erdtree seal. The Golden Order seal. One of those two.
Erdtree seal.
One of those two.
Golden Order seal. Golden Order.
There we go. There we go.
Golden
There we go.
Order.
Yeah, Erdtree seal is actually in Volcano Manor. There we go, chat. We're connecting. We're connecting.
Who's Gideon now? Domo, am I right? Anyway, wait, did something happen on the board? Did I miss something? No. I thought something popped up. Never mind. We currently have 6 versus 4. And seems like Chris is picking up the second imbued sword key.
Second imbued sword key, yep. By the way, Zoodle, can you give me your best announcer Elden Ring voice?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I don't even know what it means.
The intro to the game, the guy that goes, Elden Ring.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
That's a shame.
I cannot. It's like someone is watching me peeing. I cannot do it on command, right?
That's disappointing.
It's worse. Like I can't get it out if you guys watching me, all right, doing it. Can everyone turn around for a second? Everyone turn around for a second. I'm gonna do it.
Gino going for the Tibia Mariner here, going for a kill because he's going to get the Death Root from that, and that way he can go ahead and grab the Clawmark Seal from Goronk. Nice.
And Chris is hopping. Oh, that was close on the elevator for the Red Wolf of Radagon.
This should be his third imbued sword key at this point in time.
Yep, and should be very, very easy with that Bloodhound Fang. Yeah, both of them are fighting today very, very, very clean. As always, the only thing obviously was the Radahn death. It was unfortunate for Gino. Took him a lot of time. took away a lot of time, and everything else is working really well from both of them. Bloodhound Fang is really doing its job, as well as the Uchi. Great weapons.
Chris's bubble tier got popped as he was trying to make his way over to Red Wolf.
That sucks. Maybe you get some good RNG here, but we'll see.
Nice damage. Nice damage. Half health already.
Wolf's already dead. Doesn't know it.
After this should be the dead Red Wolf. And whoop. Oh, misses. This is why I hate Bloodhound Fang sometimes. That Ash of War misses so often. It's really annoying.
Nice RNG.
There we go.
GG.
All right, Gino making his way through Stormvale here, going for the Godslayer seal. Huh?
There's another seal, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Right past the rats, there's going to be a imp statue, and he just goes ahead and activates that, gets the Godslayer seal.
How many seals does he have already?
2, I think.
2 or 3?
I think he has 2. Well, he can get the third one. He can get the fourth one, which is from the Round Table, which is just the finger seal. So that would be 3 then.
3. Yes, 3. It's going to be interesting because if he's going to get that and goes in for the Apostle and Grey roll, maybe he's putting a lot of pressure on Chris with that column 2 actually, where Sewer Moke and 3 Sentinel duels left, which is pretty late, right? There it goes. 4 different Sacred Seals, 4 Gino. Very, very nice.
This is Chris, however, putting a lot of pressure onto Gino, though. As soon as he marks the imbued sword key square, that means Gino has to go for Rykard Great Rune or Morgott, which is 2 pretty long squares. And either Chris can go ahead and contest those, or he starts blocking column 2.
Wait, no, Gino got beaten up by rats, right?
Yeah.
I'm mixing them today. I don't know why.
Oh my god. There we go. 3 imbued sword keys for Chris. This means if he blocks column 2, he can go straight for majority at this point.
That is true. That is true. I wonder if he's going to do that now. Or if he's rather going to go for the Rykard stuff first.
Looks like that Gino's going to go ahead and go for the Grail instead, which is interesting. Why is he going for Grail here? Is he going for the money? Is that the reason why?
No, I think he just thinks it might be faster than the other 2. Like, it's faster doing it like this now instead of going for Godskin Apostle and getting potentially sniped by Chris.
Well, yes, but why is he going for that when he has column 5 currently? That's my question.
Because Chris just picked up the imbued sword keys, which are all 3 far away from Rykard. So he knows he's not going for Rykard now.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. The only bingo line that Gino's left is column 2, but still, he has got Moog, Sewers, and Tree Sentinel duo. I don't know. Looks like that Chris might be going for the other half of the Dectus Medallion now, so he can go straight to the capital here.
Yeah, he's forcing column 2 while Chris is forcing column 5. And I wonder who's gonna try to block the other first.
I guess we'll see. The interesting thing is that Gino currently does have a lot of graces already in the capital. So he would have a head start to Moog, Sewers, and Tree Sentinel duo.
How many of these little dragons do you have to kill?
4, and then you can. I think it's 4, and then you can hit the big dragon once, and then it's dead.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Working
yeah.
really well here with that Bloodhound Fang. Wow.
Oh, Chris is going for Grail now too.
Oh no!
Uh-oh! Uh-oh!
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh!
A race!
This is the exact opposite race here, where Chris was ahead on Godric with sorcery only, and now Gino's ahead on Grail.
But Gino's doing this great. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, honestly, the dragons are not that hard to defeat because they have a very limited moveset. They don't breathe fire. They don't have anything magical going on. They have stomp attacks. They have the charge attack, and they have the fly up to slam down attack. Like, it's pretty straightforward, I would say, to fighting these dragons.
Is this not the 5th dragon now?
This is his 4th dragon, I believe.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
Did he aggro both?
Huh?
There are 2. I wonder if he aggroed the other one too.
Maybe it is his 5th one. I don't know.
Fine. He's chilling. He's chilling. He's coming. Oh. 5. Definitely 5. See, I knew it. You need 5, not 4.
Well, then it's 5. And there we go. The last hit on Grail there. Grail is dead.
GG.
Bloodhound's Fang has bleed, doesn't it? Its status? Yeah, but it's on the small dragons. It's not on Grail. It says kill Grail without status effects, not the small dragons. The small dragons aren't Grail.
And Chris just saw that and thinks, fuck, I lost all my time on this guy. What do we do now? Dude, is Gino going for...
Gino's not going for a Tree Sentinel duo. He's going straight for Moog Sewers, it looks like.
Dude, if he would go for the... and Chris is going for... Altus?
Wait, why didn't Chris get the other half of the deck? Just because it's going to take too long. He's going straight for Virgin Abductor fight instead to get the access to Altus instead here.
But did he not get the 4th high one?
No, he didn't get... He did get Fort Height, but he didn't get Fort Gale, I believe.
Yeah, see, and he was right
or
next
not Fort Gale,
to it.
Fort Faroth.
Faroth, he was literally right next to Faroth. This takes longer.
Well, this is the other thing is also, though, that if you get Dectus, you have to ride all the way to the elevator.
Yeah, I forgot. Jesus.
No, you're good, you're good.
Oh, he's going for the tree.
This could be a race to Moog Sewers here.
Moog Sewer race! Sewer race! There you get your Moog.
This is very
Really
interesting.
good play by Gino. Wow, like it looked for a long while that Chris is very dominating here with it was 6-3. Now we have 7-6, and Gino's really forcing column 2. This is working out really well.
Yep.
While Chris is actually not going for Rygat at all. He now goes to Altus, but he's super far away from that. This is if Gino now gets these duels and is making his way downtown to Liandel, then he can potentially win that because he's so much ahead.
Chris making his way straight to Version Abductors here. He does have a +4 Bloodhound Fang, so it shouldn't be too bad to do that fight. He also is very used to that fight from his speed runs. Gino's still on the first Tree Sentinel, though, from the Tree Sentinel duo. Has one more Tree Sentinel after this.
Chad is right. Chris also needs a second rune. Great rune.
Oh, shit,
and Gino has to.
Actually, that's very true.
What a turn.
Very true. Very true.
What happened? Dude, 20 minutes ago, it was 6-3.
Uh-oh. This is not looking good.
And Chris just died on the abductor virgins.
This is not looking good. Wow, this turned very fast. This turned very fast.
Because of sacred seals. I think just because of that.
I don't think it was the Sacred Seals. I think it was the Grail that kind of solidified it. And Chris not grabbing that Grace now. He has to run all the way back again.
Oh, he didn't get the Grace? Oh, God. It's not looking good for Chris, guys. It's right now not looking good for Chris. What Chris needs now is Gino to die on these duels a couple of times.
No, this is the second Tree Sentinel already, and should be dead now.
Datch, he got it. And Chris gonna see that now and thinks, Jesus.
Yep, this is a race for Moog Sewers now. This is interesting.
Chris didn't see it yet. I want to see his reaction. Now he saw it. No.
Yeah, and Chris doesn't have a Great Rune. He needs a Great Rune, which means he has to go for Renala or Radon. In this case, he already killed Red Wolf, so he could go for Renala instead. but that's still going to be a huge time sink. And Gino can just go straight to sewer mode, has to kill DTS, probably just does the cheese, and he's good to go.
This is insane. I actually didn't see that coming. I
have no words, to be honest. I did not expect that either.
Really, really good play. Insane.
Oh, well, let's see. I guess I don't know. It's going to be somewhat interesting.
Chris really needs to get this now. At this point, I feel like elevator would have been faster.
It doesn't really matter. I think it's over, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think
Gino's already halfway to DTS. Literally just needs to parry him off, and we know Gino knows how to parry DTS off, and just needs to enter Leandel and rushing to sewer mode while Chris still needs to get to DTS and as well kill a whole nother fucking Great Rune boss.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got to be careful here. He's going to die again. And I think that's the match just off of that death.
That's it.
Honestly, going for a Dectus elevator would have just been the better play.
Yeah. At least a safer play. Let's see if Gino watched the V-Sweat's parry video on how to parry DTS.
And here we go. He's going straight for version abductors again. It's over. It's pretty much over.
Oh!
There we go, and whoop.
Whoop. He did.
The train go whoop. There goes DTS.
Talking about trains, guys, make sure to check out if your Prime, Amazon Prime sub is available. You can just click on subscribe, scroll down to the check mark of the Prime, click on that and subscribe for free this channel. Support it. Not only the channel, also everyone working for this channel right now in the Bingo Brawlers, as well as checking out the link in the panels and in the chat for what was it? What was the link? What was the thing?
The link?
Domo? Yeah, the thing for people they play a game or something.
Oh no, that's already over. But there's gonna be a new one tomorrow.
Over. All right, then guys, just the primes.
Then just the primes, and we're okay.
Just the primes.
If you guys want a prime here, please go check out Zoodle and go ahead and use your prime over there too. That's more than okay too.
No. If you prime here, he gets money and I get money. Do that. I want to see 3 primes right now. I see only 1. No, I see 3. Never mind.
Yeah.
I want to see 5 now. Can we see 5?
That's looking good. Stop staring at the chat, man. You're making them feel weird.
No, I want to see if I see 2 more primes. There's another one. 4 primes in chat already. Can we get a 5th?
Oh my god. This is
guys, okay? There's the 5th. Let's go. Gino and Leandel on the beautiful golden roofs, making his way downtown to sewer mode. Very nice.
Chris did mention that he has a bit of a, I wouldn't say difficulty, but there's definitely performance anxiety when it comes to leagues, which I completely understand. I've definitely been there too, where like you play really, really well, you know, casually or offline, and then all of a sudden when you're in a competitive setting, you just all of a sudden just not play to, you know, your full potential, which I've definitely been there. So I definitely feel bad for Chris in that case, because I think in a casual setting he would have maybe made some different plays, but you know, that's just how it is. That's the name of the game at the end of the day.
Yeah, like I've been there too. It's very, very difficult for everyone to play, and some people actually feel confident and relaxed while in these leagues and tournaments. I never felt like very chill or relaxed. It really always stressed me out. And I think Chris has the same thing. It's just not relaxing or the biggest fun. And if then something is happening not in your favor, it obviously hurts a little bit more. Nonetheless, both of them playing right now really, really well. I think the start of Chris was absolutely amazing, and he definitely dominated everything. Gino's play was just really, really good. It was really good. Like, I think the only, let's say, misplay here was that Chris too late started to, like, he was ahead and then too late started to block Gino, because Gino took his time with his great runes, and we thought, hey, yo, this takes way too long. And I think Chris even thought the same thing, but then it really worked out for column 2 here.
There's also been a time where I was actually in Gino's chat, and he was, I think someone asked him like how he gets so many hitless runs, and Gino even says that himself, that he doesn't really get emotionally attached to runs. He doesn't have a lot of emotions when he's doing no-hit runs, so he doesn't really have any nerves to worry about. And that's how he just, like, gets through all these runs so fast and, like, just learns very fast. It's like he just takes out all emotion out of his brain and just, like, focuses on the game. And that's how he's able to perform so well. And we see that today, man. Like, even under pressure, he still made some great choices and turned the whole game around. And you know what would have been very interesting, by the way, is that if actually Chris did not try to block Grail and did not try to block Tree Sentinel and just tried to force Rykard's Great Rune into Morgott. And, like, would have raced column 2 versus column 5.
But I think that would have not changed anything, because there's Morgott, and Gino's stuff was then anyways on the way.
Morgott's faster than Moog Sewers. 110%.
Yeah, exactly. But Gino still had to this point already 2 great runes.
Right, but if Chris would have gone for Rykard's Great Rune instead, he would have had Rykard, and he wouldn't have had to waste his time on Grail or Tree Sentinel duo. He would have had, he could have had access to Altus, and that way also could have forced Morgott, which would have technically been faster than Moog Sewers.
That's true. This skip is valid. Sure it is.
Yes, it is.
It's not skipping a boss.
The thing Gino is doing wrong on the skip, though, is that he's run jumping, not walk jumping. He's covering too much distance. That's why he's jumping over the pillar. He's got to walk jump, not run jump. Yeah, he's run jumping, so he's going for the other pillar instead. Which I feel like, honestly, it's fine. It's just, it's a little bit, that other pillar. So when you look at the 2 pillars, by the way, when we try to do this skip, the one to the right is a little bit harder to land on rather than the left one. That's why you jump from the side that Gino jumped from, but you do a walk jump, because that one has a little bit of a bigger surface to, like, land on too. But hey, he still got it, so hey, doesn't really matter.
GG. Also, we can see how quick Chris just was it Rykard, right? Like,
yeah,
this whole thing was much faster than the whole way to the abductors and the Grail and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he was still missing out the Altus access, to be honest.
Yeah, but he could have just gotten full Dectus. He had Fort Feralth. He had Fort Height.
Yeah,
he could have just gotten it. He definitely could have. But he just saw the Moog Sewers thing and Tree Sentinels and was like, all right, screw it. I just have to go for this, and didn't read the rest of the board. And we have Gino now here on Sewer Moog. Not doing a super lot of damage because this is a pretty late game boss, I would say. But it doesn't really matter because, honestly, this boss is pretty easy to no-hit. Only has a few attacks, which are pretty easy to dodge, I would say, as well. And Gino has a lot of health to play with, so...
Yeah, Sewer Moog is chill.
Yeah.
No second phase. Just how it is.
Yep. But as you can see, Chris could have easily caught up if he went for Restore Rykard's Great Rune to kill Morgott. He could have easily raced Gino to a bingo if he really wanted to. He does have 2 Great Runes now after killing Rykard. If he wanted to, he could go ahead and discard Serpent Hunter if he wanted to get that extra square. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. Making his way into Altus, though, and yeah, he has a lot of travel time ahead of himself.
Definitely, guys, everyone in chat, go check out both of them, GinoMachino and star0chris. Give them a follow. for this insane quick race. Guys, we have 1 hour 14 minutes, 14 squares done. We're talking here about a mid-game board. Very clean gameplay from both of them.
That's crazy, man. That column 2.
Yep, that column 2.
You know what's going to be interesting? I don't think people understand how interesting top 4 is going to be. The top 4 tournament bracket is going to be very interesting because it's going to be single elimination best of 3s. Which means we might have another Chris Gino matchup, but it's going to be best of 3s.
Yeah. And we're going to sit here forever, guys. You, Domo, and me. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be something. It's gonna be very interesting.
Prepare snacks, guys. Go in horde. GG. Gino wins by the bingo. Round 5, match day 2. Congratulations.
Hour 15, by the way. Hour 15, and we saw a sewer Moog. We did not see Moog, Lord of Blood.
I told you, man. I told you. I'm sorry.
Just, dude, even with a center square, we still didn't see it happen. It just bums me out. It really does. I just want to see it. I want to see Valiant Gargoyles. I want to see Moog. I wanna. So you guys go.
Okay, who do we
We're bringing in Gino. Let's welcome him in real quick. Gino, GG's, dude. Welcome in, man.
Thanks.
Wow.
Dude, one hell of a game.
Was amazing.
I thought that was like, especially as soon as I died to Redan there, I thought it was for sure over, but I don't know. I guess bingo's never over until it's actually over, so.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it quite a few times where, like, the player that is currently, or, like, 30, 40 minutes in is behind, finds either a line or finds something else that, like, puts pressure on player, that's currently in the lead, and all of a sudden it sways into their favor. So that definitely was a huge turnaround. I think that Grail Square did a lot more work than a lot of people realize. And then forcing Altus at that point, especially because you had Radon and you had Godric, where Chris didn't have 2 great runes, so he wouldn't be able to contest Moog anyways. So that was like the big problem, to be honest, was forcing that column 2 to where he had to have 2 great runes, and that like really set him off in a bad way. But yeah, what was your thought process after losing the Remembrance, Sorcery, and Hit list only? Because you guys were toe-to-toe on that. That was very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking, like, man, that sucks, first of all, because I did do, like, a little bit of extra safety stuff. Like, I grabbed an extra golden seed, and I rested an extra time. And like, I guess with the margins being that close, like, that actually mattered. And I feel like I didn't think it would matter, but it definitely did. And obviously, like, I felt like that definitely, changed the match a ton because, for obvious reasons. But yeah, my first thought was that, okay, he's probably going to just, like, sit on Godric's rune. And so I'm just going to go take it just to get another square on the board. And then I guess from there, I was thinking about his potential bingo with column 4 and how, like, he's got a bunch of options, right? He could do the Black Knife Assassins or just go do Redan. So I was thinking, like, this is sort of a late game board. I might as well just try to get Redan set up and just try to get a weapon and stuff. So yeah, that's just what I did, and it turned out that it ended up working pretty well going for that one. But yeah.
Yeah, no, great plays overall. Great plays overall. It was very, very interesting to watch. Also, we were talking about, going for Godric's Great Rune and Radon's Great Rune. Those are huge time consumptions, sitting in the tower waiting to get all the way up there to just activate that rune. Is also like a huge like indicator to the enemy player being like, okay, they just sat, running to that tower. They've, used their time to grab that great rune now, so I have a little bit extra time on my back end to use something else towards that. Was that something that you considered that, yeah, this is a time sink, but it also is going to be playing into my favor at some point?
Yeah, especially for Godric's, like, I kind of hesitated a little bit on Godric's because I was thinking, like, okay, if I go get Godric's, he knows for a fact that he beat me out on those 2, and then, like, he can kind of play around that, knowing that I kind of just wasted time. It wasn't like at the end of the day, it wasn't really a time waste, and that's a little bit what I was thinking too, going for those 2 squares. It's like, okay, even if he does beat me on these, I'm still getting a great rune. I'm still getting a bunch of runes and getting set up and stuff. So
yeah.
So it was like sort of a bit of damage control in case he did beat me out to it, which he did. So, but yeah, for the Redanzrin one, I wanted to make sure I blocked his bingo there, and I didn't want any sort of, sneaky bingo happening there. So
Yeah, understandable. Gotcha.
yeah, and also I also going to the tower, like I had the apostle right there too, if I wanted it. So
Right.
yeah.
Let me bring in Chris here. Let's see what Chris has got going on. Yeah, welcome in, Chris. Welcome in, man. GG's, dude.
G to the G's.
How do you feel overall about the match, man?
I don't mind losing to being outplayed. It's just when I make mistakes that sucks. I'm sure anybody who competes can understand. So, congrats to Gino. You definitely outplayed me with some 5-head maneuvers. I'm curious with because you didn't really mark a square for like 20 minutes. Were you purposely just kind of setting up to go for like a column 2 like bingo? And,
yeah, so yeah, I mean, my first priority was to like block your bingo in column 4. So I was like, I might as well try to get Redan, and I actually died to him. Like I don't know how that's even possible, but I died to him, and then at that point,
it happens.
Yeah, at that point I was like, oh man, I'm so far behind. I don't know. And then I just thought like I had to commit to something at that point, and so I don't know. But yeah, I was going for Redan during that.
Yeah, because you did that, I thought you might have been going for bottom left to top right bingo eventually. So I'm like,
yeah,
all right, let me go get the imbued sword keys. And right when like I got that, you had done sacred seals. I'm like, oh shit, that's like GG, because you assume you grabbed Dectus and stuff to get to like Altus for Radon, and so you had the Grace right next to Grail to just go do Grail status effects, and then Tree Sentinel Duo, you'd get there before me, and then Sewer Mug. And so it's like, yeah, I did spend a bit of time attacking the Grail without status effects because I kind of had to hope you might have gone Tree Sentinel Duo, but I think you knew I didn't have Altus access at that point.
Well, I was thinking the one thing that was possible is that you might have also been like doing Redan at the same time, like just potentially going for that column 4 bingo and just seeing what happens. So I wasn't 100% sure. Honestly, I didn't really think too much about it, but
yeah, I thought about it, but I was doing the Weeping Catacomb with the Cemetery Shade. For some reason, I just mixed that up with the Black Knife Assassin. So I cleared out that Catacomb and was like fighting the boss, and then I died to it, and then I realized, wait, this isn't even a Black Knife Assassin. So I'm probably didn't. I didn't expect me to do something like that, but
I was kind of curious, by the way, Chris.
Too slow, but yeah, go ahead.
I was just kind of curious for a board that has, Moog, Lord of Blood, Moog Sewers, Valiant Gargoyles, Godskin Apostle, Records, Great Rune, Moog Shackles. Why did you wait so long on getting Altus access?
Well, it's more that there were just other things I could do first, which are faster to do for the both of us. So if he spent his time like doing Altus ones, then like I could get those early ones and then do the rest of the Altus ones or something like that. But yeah, like I was, I did kill Rykard. I didn't discard Servant Hunter to not give away that information. I was gonna try to go for a column 5 bingo. That's kind of like my final gambit.
Yeah. Although
I died to the Virgin of Dr. Duo twice without grabbing the Grace nearby.
Yeah.
So that was another setback.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I also wanted the potential, like Blasphemous Blade to use a Remembrance weapon against like Renala or something. That wasn't bad. But yeah, the Smithing 12, Riker's Great Rune, that's all like synergistic.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was kind of expecting that to be picked up a little bit sooner, to be honest, was the whole Smithing Stone plus 12, because the bell bearing's right there. You were able to, just get that done real quick, have a nice corner square. But for some reason, both of you didn't go for that. Instead, just focused on other things that I guess were more priority, in your minds. Which makes sense, though, too. Looking at the board, there's definitely other things that were more of a top priority. But Smithing Stone 12 was, with it being a nice corner square, definitely is still usable.
Sure, yeah. I definitely should have prioritized blocking his bingos earlier.
Yeah, I was surprised that there wasn't a like forced majority type of attitude approach, but more or less both of you looking at potential bingo lines and going, no, I'm just going to force this bingo line instead of trying to force majority. Especially
mean,
with such a late game board too.
I think if it was majority though, I probably would have won. Maybe that's some copium, but I feel like I had some more set up for like the right card square, the boss remits only, stuff like that. But he did have like Altus Access and 2 Great Runes by then, so probably not actually. Also, he had the Apostle Square and Garg's. Yeah, no, I probably would probably had a lot to do it. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, you played well, Gino. I wouldn't have expected less.
Yeah,
We had
thanks,
a good
man.
match.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
glad we
okay,
got
I
to
think.
play not like week 1, because I think if it was week 1, you probably wouldn't have had so much experience, and it might have not have been as good of a
Yeah,
game.
I would have gotten smoked. You don't. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, GG's.
GG's, guys. GG's. And thanks again for playing this week. I really appreciate
Thanks
you guys.
for having us.
Yeah, no problem. No
Thanks,
problem.
Tomo. And Kazoodle.
Yeah, Zoodle. Yeah, thanks. Zoodle,
I
do
guess.
you have any questions,
Yeah.
Zoodle?
Hi, Gino. I'm here too. No, I think I can speak for all of us that you guys play both really, really well. Thank you so much for that race. It was really, really nice to watch.
And with that being
Yep.
said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Good luck to your matches next week. And yeah, have a good rest of your night.
Yep, you too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yep.